In this video, I'm going to be going over show, don't tell, what it is, some examples, and other words you can use instead of just a telling word. So, what is show, don't tell? Show, don't tell is a writing technique in which a story and characters are related through sensory details and actions rather than exposition, which that is pretty much saying instead of just telling the reader what is going on, you show small details that explain what is going on. Showing is describing what is happening versus telling is stating what is happening. So, to show a little difference between showing and telling, think of it this way. This is telling, right? The kid was excited and grabbed a cookie from the cookie jar and ate it, right? That's just saying what's going on, right? That's the action. But if you want to say showing, you say the kid was bouncing up and down, smile from ear to ear as he pulled out a giant chocolate chip cookie from the ceramic jar and ate it in one bite. So you see how excited the kid is? He's jumping up and down. He's got the smile. So you see the telling is kind of just flat out, this is what happened, this is what happened. And then you have the showing is way more detailed through action, right? The jumping up and down, the smiling, the scarfing the cookie down real quick. So that's just a quick example of the difference between showing and telling. So I'm going to jump into the next slide. It's going to be going over a few different words and how you can change from one word into describing it, right? Showing it instead of just telling them. Just like I did with excited, I use jumping up and down, or instead of being happy, he had a smile from ear to ear. So I'm going to be going over a few words right now. All right, guys, let's jump into the next slide. Hello there. So I have 2 kids books out of my 4 kids book series self-published on Amazon. If you want to check them out, the link will be in the description below. And if you have Kindle Unlimited, you get these books for free. Again, we're going to be going over these words and different ways to show instead of tell for each of these words. So let's start with this one, eager. So you can say the person is bouncing up and down, whispering to self, pretending to be busy, checking up, or they can keep being busy, right? So the next example is being scared. So the person could either be curled up, tuck knees to head or to their chest. They can have their eyes closed, putting their hands over ears, either stop breathing, like they're holding their breath, or they breathe faster. They can be biting their nails, hugging something tight, or grinding their teeth. So happy, I kind of went into a little bit of detail about the smile earlier with the kid, but here it says again, big smile, laughing loudly, cheeks are hurting, right? Smiling so bad the cheeks hurt, talking loudly, like, oh my God, this is so exciting. The voice increases, right? The volume increases. High-pitched voice or being animated. The next example we'll be jumping into is nervous. So your face gets red, gets hot, when you feel nervous, you're scared, you can say their palms are sweaty right there. Voice cracks, they have ringing in their ears, biting nails, shaky hands, when you're nervous, you're like, shallow breaths, and then the eyes can be wide, right? So those are just some examples. And again, there's way more examples you guys could be using. And feel free to pause these so you can write these down. Remember these so when you're writing your novel, short story, or script, then you can have this to help you out with converting from telling to showing. The next one's going to be frustrated. So we're going to have stomping, grunting, mumbling, or yelling, deep breaths, hot face, cheeks getting red, kicking something or hitting something, pointing fingers, or smacking your own face with your hands or rubbing your hands down your face. All those work for frustration. And again, there are more out there. These are just examples that hopefully you guys can start to incorporate in your next story, so you can start showing and not telling and keeping the audience hooked on your story better. So some of these are you can see that some of the same things could be used, so you might want to be able to use different words when you're using it. So like bouncing up and down, you can use that for multiple things for wording. But if you start to use more than one, then it can help out with the situation. Plus, if you set up the scene perfectly, people will start to know, like when you're saying they're bouncing up and down, you're like, okay, like are they like excited or are they kind of like nervous? You know what I mean? So that you can use these in multiple situations. But again, if you set the scene up right, people will understand it, so you don't have to. But again, like what I did was smiled ear to ear, so you knew the kid. Oh, the kid's super excited. He's about to go get a cookie right now. Like So again, these are interchangeable. Just make sure the scene's set up right. You can always use more than one to help you. So we're gonna go to upset. Walking slowly, head down, right? No eye contact. A bite inside the cheek. Sometimes people bite in their cheek. Again, I like to crack my knuckles when I'm up. Well, I guess more nervous, but even upset. Like when you're mad, you're just like, your mind starts to overthink. Stuff like that. So again, pause this video, jot these things down so you can use it later on. Let's move on to the next slide. This is Creative Writing Lessons. This is where I give you tips and tricks to writing a successful story, especially for beginners. If you're loving this content, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video so I can keep pumping out these amazing videos. All right, let's continue the video. All right, so we're going to be jumping into excited. So when you're full of excitement, you have the huge wide smile. I put squeal scream. It's more like they're not really screaming, but their voice gets, oh my God! Like also high pitch, bouncing up and down. Remember I told you guys can use this interchangeably. Talking fast, pacing back and forth. And a lot of people when they're excited, they like hold on something and start fiddling with it, like, oh, I can't wait, dude, like on a birthday, right? And someone's waiting for a present, they're just so excited, oh my God. So you got to realize, again, you can use this in multiple different ones. Just set the scene up and then use the correct terminology when you're doing it, and you'll be golden. The next one's bored. So bored, you have, again, pacing back and forth, which I used on the last one, but if you set the scene up right, once more, pacing back and forth, someone's just walking around like, oh my God, man, just go already, So again, I put sigh loudly, complain like, oh man, could we just go already, bro? This party's just, playing with fingers, blank face, right? Like, making up stories and rummaging through things, just like you can be grabbing stuff and just like, oh my God, like, couldn't we just go already, man? So that's just, again, a few words, way to show and not tell. Sobbing, so this is crying pretty much. This one could be used, again, there's a lot of different ways, but this one I kind of like here is you can say the eyes are filling up with water, eyes are burning and they're turning red, cheeks are now red and flushed, face becomes sticky, right? They're all the tears are coming down. Person like, hold head down, blink fast, and holding breath. So oh, and then I forgot one on here, but like trying to catch your breath, because you're like, and then when they're like, they're trying to catch their breath. I should have put that on here, but that's another one as well. So you can use any of these. I'll use all of these. Actually, you can actually put these in the exact order that I have written down, which is actually pretty good because it kind of goes in that order. And then try to catch your breath at the end when you're pretty towards the end of sobbing and crying. Now, I already gave you guys an example earlier with the cookie jar and stuff, but here's another example. So, again, the cookie jar. I pulled my arm out of the ceramic cookie, bouncing up and down, carrying a big smile. So, again, the previous one was way more in depth, but I want to show you that, look, just using anything compared to I was so excited to eat the cookie. Like who wants to be like, I was so excited to eat the cookie, but instead, he pulled his arm out of the candy jar, bouncing up and down, smile ear to ear as he ate the cookie. I was like, no, You know what I mean? So you can show, like, what would you rather read? Would you rather read this first one, or would you rather read the second one? And that's exactly what showing and not telling is. That's how you want to hook the reader, or even if people want to send this stuff out to agents, or if you're trying to like sell your script or sell your novel, if you want to send it out to publishers and stuff. Again, you want to show and not tell so they can know exactly what the scene's going on with really well thought out details, especially if you're writing a script. Okay, guys, I do have homework at the end of this. And again, if you guys want to join my Discord channel, I'll have other worksheets and lessons in there as well. They're all free. I was going to put it on Udemy, but you know, knowledge is power, so I want to make it all free. So let's go into the homework assignment. Comment below a better way to write out the sentence below. I was so scared that I hid in a ball underneath the bed. So think of the words that we used earlier. You guys can go back, play back the video, unless you wrote it down. You just take out your notebook and look at what you have. How would you rewrite that sentence, right? Let me go away real quick. How would you write it? I was so scared that I hid in a ball underneath the bed. So we already have a word in there, scared. You can utilize that, break it down. How do you show scared? I hid in a ball underneath the bed. So when you say ball, describe it. What does a ball look like? How would that person look, you know, in a ball form? So kind of like describe the scene right there, right? So that is your homework assignment. And comment that down below if you guys want to email me. You guys can go to creativewritinglessons.vdm@gmail.com. Send it to me there. I want to start posting some of these things on a later video for once the community's built, and once more go to Discord, and I have a whole channel full of free PDFs, free worksheets, free videos like my YouTube videos there to help you explain and walk you through each of the processes that we have on the Discord channel. Thank you guys for taking your time watching the entire video. I really do appreciate it. If you got great knowledge and value from this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, which is above me, so I can keep on making this great, valuable content for creating a successful story. If you want to see how to write a better character, I do have a video up in the corner there. And if you want to see how to write a story plot arc, I got the playlist there as well. But feel free to go and dive through the channel and see what other videos you're interested in. Again, free Discord down in the description below. Hop there, and I have everything listed out in order in ways to learn writing, and I continually update it every week, adding new videos, new worksheets, and everything like that. Thank you guys once more. I will see you guys on my next video. May the force be with you always.